Richard, Ginger, and the rest of the team Trademark. My name is Eric Hitzelberger, and I'm from Shepherdsville, Kentucky, which is just south of Louisville. First, I want to thank you for this whole experience. Your approach to this expansion has been unbelievable. As you mentioned, you could have easily sold franchises or taken your company public, but instead you chose to do this in a manner that gave opportunities to people who would not otherwise have it. I certainly appreciate it, and I know that others do as well. Second, I want to tell you a little bit about the Louisville metro area. I think you mentioned that you had just been here and had seen a Bats game. It's probably one of the best minor league ballparks in the nation. Louisville Slugger Museum is right there as well. If you spend any time downtown, maybe you saw 4th Street or Riverfront or some of the other museums, the Louisville Science Center. If you go out of downtown, we have a Six Flags, a great zoo. There's a couple colleges and universities, including the University of Louisville. There is also Churchill Downs, of course, home of the Kentucky Derby. As far as statistics about the city, it's the 16th largest city in the nation. It is the 15th best city for entrepreneurs. It was rated the top place for small businesses and a top 20 place to raise a family. This is a great place to live, it's a great place to work, and it's a great place to visit. As far as real estate goes, Louisville property values are up 1.7% this year. In the surrounding area, Bullitt County and Oldham County property values have continued to rise. Property sales have continued to rise. Spencer County is the 27th fastest growing county in the nation. This whole area is going to be great for Team Trademark. Next, I want to tell you a little bit about myself and my reason for coming to Charleston. Over the past 13 years, I've had the privilege to work for 3 of the largest companies in the world as a design engineer and design manager. I have been a part of and led some great teams whose successes have far exceeded what any of us could do as individuals. I understand the value of teamwork. I know how to build teams, how to make sure that individuals' weaknesses, including my own, are covered by other people's strengths. I understand how to motivate teams and how to lead. I have had, like I said, a very rewarding career, and it's been very challenging, and I've been successful to this point. However, I've always thought that I could do more, and I've always wanted to do more. A few years ago, I went back to school at night to get my MBA, and completed that. Once I completed that, I started looking around for other things to do, for more things to get involved in. About that same time, my wife and I went through a series of life-changing events that kind of culminated with the premature birth of our twin children. They were born at 25 weeks, which, in case you don't remember, is about 15 weeks too early. My son weighed 1 pound 12 ounces at birth, and my daughter was 110. Obviously, everything that wasn't an absolute necessity in our lives at the time kind of got put on hold while we worked through the challenges that this brought. The great news is that they're now 4 years old. They start preschool in a couple of weeks, and they have continued to defy all the odds, and they're close to catching up with their peers. So we're very excited and very happy about that. With this as a background, I started to think about my goals in life, what they were and what they should be. Until recently, I had never actually formalized them. Once I sat down and tried to write it out, I came up with a very simple statement. I want to make a difference professionally, personally, and in my community. As you said in Charleston, it's not about the money. Money is a great tool, it's a great means to an end, but it cannot be the end goal. When I talk about professionally, I mean that I want to help build and grow a company. Like I said, I've worked for 3 of the largest companies in the world. A couple of them are even on the most admired companies list. I've learned a lot working there. I learned how business should be run, and I've learned some best practices. I think I can take my knowledge and my past successes and apply them in a smaller company atmosphere and truly make a difference. I'd also love to work on a product or a service that makes a difference in people's lives. When I talk about making a difference personally, I really mean that I want to make my kids' lives better. I want them to have opportunities that I never had, but I want them to know that they need to value those opportunities and that they need to work hard to take advantage of them. My parents did these things for me. They gave me opportunities that they certainly never had, but they taught me that I wasn't entitled to anything, and that when I wanted something, it's not going to come easy. I had to work for it and go out and earn it. And when I speak of community, I think about all of the people, all of the doctors and nurses and the organizations that have come into our lives over the last 4 years and really helped out our kids. They help out not only ours, but have spent thousands and thousands of hours working with other kids around the community. Organizations like Cardinal Hill in Louisville and Lexington, Wilderness Trace in Danville, Green Hill in Louisville, and the visually impaired preschool here in Louisville also. These people that work there, they're not going to ever, get rich doing what they do, but yet they enrich so many people's lives. They truly help in a way that we can never repay, and they're people that we'll never forget. They have truly made a difference in our lives, and the only way that we can think to repay them is to go out and to try to return the favor or pass it on to somebody else, help out whatever people that we can with whatever resources that we have. So that was kind of my background coming into Charleston. Additionally, I've always been interested in real estate. It's one of those things I had kind of shied away from, though, because I thought that it took money to make money type thing. I had to have a lot of money to get into real estate investing. I started watching some of the TV shows that were on, 3 or 4 years ago, and saw people who had no organization, no plan, and could barely even swing a hammer, going out and making, sickening amounts of money. I decided I'd look into it a little bit further. Of course, the first thing I found out was that, the TV shows always overstated the profits and understated the degree of difficulty. But still, the more I looked into it, the more interested I became. I love to remodel homes. I've done quite a bit of work, everything from drywall to plumbing, electric, and I truly enjoy it. I feel like, it's great to build something and see the changes that you can do with your work. So I kind of made a plan. My plan was that I was going to buy a home, try to remodel it, flip it, and see how it worked out. If it was successful, then I would do a second home. And if that one was successful also, then I thought I would start a business. I studied the Louisville and Shepherdsville markets for hours and hours. Finally came up with a home and purchased it, remodeled it, learned just an absolute ton, and was fortunately able to sell it for a small profit. Overall, the experience I thought was a great success. I bought a second home this spring and began working on it right about the time that your show ended and the season finale aired. With that, I kind of put my plans to start a business on hold because I wanted to see what kind of relationship we could have and what you were offering when I got to Charleston. When I did arrive, I found a great team, a motivational leader, and a chance to fulfill all the goals that I just mentioned. I came back inspired. I came back excited. I've spent all of my free time working on business plans and marketing plans and researching the area and researching competitors, and not least of all, talking to other people, agents and brokers and contractors about being part of Team Trademark in Louisville. Quite frankly, it's a very easy story to sell. There's a lot of people that are excited, they're interested in moving forward, and they're ready to be part of the team. We're all waiting for the next step and look forward to hearing back from you. The zip codes that we're interested in: Bullitt County 40047, 40109, 40165, Oldham County 40010, 142631 and 59, and in Louisville 40222, 232829, 241, 243, 245, and 299, as well as Spencer County 40071. As I said, we're excited, we're ready to move forward, and we look forward to the next step. Thanks again for your time.